Hashtag no music, no intro. We are back. The Saints Block Party podcast coming at you, brought to you and presented by Precious Works LLC. For any of your business website needs, reach out to our guy, Bajan. He will hook you up. And it is that time where we actually have actual football things to talk about, as the New Orleans Saints had their first preseason game, losing it, but an entertaining game nonetheless against the Jacksonville Jaguars. And we want to discuss, recap it. We're recording this literally right after the game. Rapid reaction podcast. Appreciate y'all joining us. Make sure you're hitting that like and subscribe in terms of on YouTube. And we also should be live streaming as well on Twitch.
What's up, Twitch people?
Our Twitch is up. Let's jump into it. A lot to talk about. This is your first time joining us on Saints Block Party podcast. I am Adam, co-host, joined by my friend and buddy Wolf, aka Ryan. We've covered the Saints in multiple fashions over these past 6+ years, from pro days, Senior Bowls, combines, what have you. You named it. We've covered it in some type of fashion. And regardless of like the outcome of the game, because the second half you had third stringers, you had fourth stringers in there, what have you. I think as a Saints fan, the first half of this game, you should be excited in terms of what you saw, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Like, this was a preseason game. You had the defensive side of the ball, you had special teams, which is a big thing, at least in terms of punting, in terms of on kickoff returns, there was actual lanes. And defensively, I remember we were watching a Saints game when they played the Texans in preseason a couple of years ago. And then we just remember we were talking about the Texans defense under D'Amico Ryans, where like the third stringers and fourth teamers just out there just balling, playing hard.
I remember that. Yeah.
I don't want to, like, it felt like even though these were the second stringers, especially that first half of the defense for the Saints, Staley has gotten the entire buy-in on the defensive side of the ball in regards to the players. You had Jalen Ford playing well. He had an interception against this game. He might be on the DeMarco Jackson career arc. You had Christian Miller, who first drive was a little shaky, and then kind of after that, he was up and was making plays on the defensive line. You had the White Knight, or as our dude Josh called him, the Winter Soldier, get an interception. So, man, they got the defenses playing in sync, and this is kind of like, I won't say it's surprising, but it matches what we've heard all training camp with this defense.
No question, man. I think that's the key, is do you want to see if it matches what you're hearing? You know, we went from the training camp to, we had the joint practice with the Jaguars where they were pretty feisty, and now you see it in the preseason game where, like you said, man, second team, third string, it's like they just putting their foot in the ground and they're going. You know what I'm saying? Even players that might not, be the most talented in the world, you see the effort, and that's all I really ask for from a defense. It's like, show me the effort, show me that you know where to be during the play,
right? Show
me that you're trying to tackle, show me that you're playing with like passion. That goes a long way in itself, playing with defense. And you saw it, bro. Like, you saw it from this defense early. It's like, okay, Staley got these boys playing. Okay.
Humming. It was really good to see offensively. Well, I want to stay with the positives before we jump into like the offensive side of the ball. Even Michael Hellman, right?
Yeah.
Undrafted free agent, paid a lot of money to secure his rights as an undrafted free agent, and we hadn't really heard a lot about him in training camp. But when the lights came on, I think he had 2 sacks, or at least a sack and a half this game, was applying pressure. Don't know if he's going to make the team, but went a long way in making sure that in terms that he might be on that 53-man roster. And we've talked about, we joked about like the White Knight and Jaden Price and all that. At this point, I'm fairly confident he's solidified like 100% going to be on the team.
Man, I'd literally be surprised if he's not on the team. He's one of the camp stars like since the beginning of the camp. And like, It's not like he just got with the team. They had him on the team last year. And for him to come into camp and just shine from the beginning, the more, real positive about him when asked about him. And for him to like perform how he does in training camp and then come to a game and play the way he played, bro. Like, I think now it's to the point like, okay, how do we get him on the field? Like, what packages do we run and stuff like that? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I said on our Zoom, and shout out to the Zoom. We had a great time in the Zoom. Again, perfect time to become a Patreon, patreon.com/Saints Block Party, or a YouTube member or a Twitch sub. I said, like, I do think that they want to get him on the field in like dime situations, long yardage situations, getting him on the field. It wouldn't surprise me at all, just in regards to just, how he's played in training camp. He goes out there against the Jags. He has an interception. He had another great pass breakup even before the interception. Also, I want to give some love to Martin Emerson.
Yeah.
Had a lot of good plays stacked up on the defensive side of the ball with 22 out there. And I think you could really see that him and Price have really kind of those cornerback 3, cornerback 4 positions. Like, we have to see how the rest of it plays out, but it seems like they're on the way of kind of solidifying those positions in the defense.
With Emerson, I was a little worried about him early in camp because he was I wouldn't say getting cooked, but, he was like, okay, where you at, bro? But then, like I said, the last week and a half or whatever, you started seeing him really start to show up, especially once they started putting pads on and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, and then you come in the game and he looks good. He's playing in phase. He looked like a corner. Like, okay, like
he did.
That's a corner that could be on the field. You know what I'm saying? And like, just to go back to Michael Hellman, he was somebody that I had like written down, not literally written, but like mentally written down to watch him, because he's not a guy that you're going to see shine in training camp. You know what I'm saying? He's a pads, live tackling guy that, you can't hit the quarterback in camp and all that stuff. You got to let him go in a game. And to see, just from the little bit of tape I did see him like at Central Michigan, I'm like, okay, this is a guy that can really play. So for him to see what the effort he played with in this game, and just like, okay, this, like, will he contribute this year? Probably not. He probably, if he makes the team, he'll probably be a backup or like a reserve player. But that's the type of guy you want to develop and just keep on developing and nurturing. You know what I'm saying?
Can we get 63 off of him, though, bro?
That 63 got to go, bro. They got
gross.
That's a goddamn long snapper number, bro. Like, what?
That shit is gross. Woman, so gross.
You will not make the team wearing that 63, bro.
No. Just wanted to highlight Kristen Miller again. Just from it was just interesting to see that the first defensive drive, it was not a good series for him. It sounds like he, at the end of the game, he went in like the medical tent, but sounds like it was, for all intents and purposes, he's fine. But Tony made a great point in just saying first actual NFL snaps in a game, maybe there was nerves, what have you. And after that, like those corresponding defensive snaps and series after that, he was making impacts. He was being the Kristen Miller you saw at Georgia. And again, I get it, going against back, second stringers and whatever, but he looked exactly the same on tape in Georgia in those later defensive drives, being stout at the point of attack, not getting pushed in the run game, making plays in the run game, the run defense. Like, that's what you want to see from Big 52. And it's easy to see him out there because he wears like the Guardian helmet. You don't see defensive linemen wear the Guardian helmet very often, but whatever, bro. I don't care. I don't get two shits, but encouraging to see, especially because someone who has missed time throughout training camp, I believe with a toe injury.
Yeah. And I think according to Catherine Terrell, it probably got an update now. I didn't check, but it looked like he was getting looked at for a concussion. So I don't know if it was, if they confirmed he had one or not, but that's what he was being looked at for. But yeah, man, like just seeing him being stout, like being that stout dude, the immovable object. That's all I wanted to see from him. Like we work on the progression of being like a good pass rusher and all that stuff. We work on that, but at least just be that stout, immovable object in the middle of the defense. That's all we want.
It's crucial. It's good. It's going to be crucial overall. Before we talk about the offense, we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about the Jordan Tyson situation. So from the update we got the joint practice against the Jags was on Thursday. He gets the injury. We had our podcast we had Thursday evening, and then more news has come out since where sound like it's a hamstring injury. Kellen said it wasn't the same like mechanisms that he injured previously with the hamstring in college. It does sound like he's going to miss time. I would be surprised if he did anything the rest of the like quote unquote off season. So joint practices, training camp practices, all that. I'd be surprised if he did anything in regards to that. I also wouldn't be surprised if they put him on like once the cuts happen and we can put a player on IR boomerang, it wouldn't shock me if he got put on IR boomerang to start the season. And what I think at the minimum, like you missed 4 games if I remember correctly.
I think 4, yeah.
I think it's 4, right? But maybe not. I don't know. But I get the conversation about Jordan Tyson has been so interesting, I guess you could say, because it's one of those things where as fans, we were all worried about it when he got drafted, and then like the same type of injury happened. So it's kind of like reconfirms like kind of here we go. But I do feel like it has like kind of gotten a little like out of control. Like we'll talk about the offense later, but we saw what Barry and Brown did today in this game. Bryce Lance didn't play. Sound like he, had, maybe had something like some tightness or something in warm up. So we didn't see Bryce Lance this game, but it was just good to see Jordan Tyson on the sideline this game. Like that's my thing where put the injury aside. I was just kind of honed into like him mentally. Like this is a player in college dealt with a lot of hamstring injuries. It was the whole talk of his draft process, the off season. Then he has to ramp up, and so like he ramp up during OTAs and rookie mini camp, blah blah. And so he finally gets out there. Finally, he's in teams, was literally like a starter, and was coming around, made a couple of plays against the Jags in that joint practice. And the play that he got hurt on, he made a good play. And it sounds like the way he got hurt was just how he went out of bounds. So I do feel like the team, like I'm not saying that the injury is like legit, but I do feel like the team is putting his long-term health over the fact of just putting him out there, which Arizona State, when he was at Arizona State, like they were very negligent with how they treated Jordan Tyson's injury.
No question.
Very negligent. And so I get it. It sucks. It puts it's the biggest damper that the Saints have had this entire offseason. Like there's been so much optimism, so much hope. And then this happens and it kind of like takes the balloon out the balloon out the cell or the wind out the balloon or whatever. But it isn't like the end of the world. Like it doesn't sound like he's going to miss the entire season. So it's just it's a thing that I've noticed, and I've kind of stayed away from the conversation. I understand the frustration, but like it's been so loud and just so like a little overblown to me.
Not just overblown. It's like some people just like, man, that was a terrible pick. Like we shouldn't have made the pick and stuff like that. It's just like, you gotta this is one of those long-term things, like you gotta see how it plays out long-term. Long-term, I think first and foremost, like just a little bit that we saw for the last couple of weeks, he looks like a legit player. You know what I'm saying? He's a legit player. Just got to get him healthy, bro. Just got to get him healthy. Freak accidents happen, hamstrings happen, injuries going to happen in football. It's just nothing you could do about it. Hopefully this isn't just something that's just going to be one of those things that lingers. He's going to get right, man. So it just sucked. It just sucked because it just confirmed that the little voice in the back of everybody's mind, like, ooh, just hope you stay healthy. And then it's like, oh, okay, here we go again. But look, man, the Saints triple dip. They drafted 3 wide receivers in this past draft, and all 3 look legit. Well, yes, Tyson might be out for a little while, but you got Barron Brown, he looking good. Bryce Lance looking good. We're going to talk about it more in this game. Trey Palmer, somebody who we just like, man, do you even exist?
And Bub Memes.
Hell of a game. Bub Memes, a guy we were just ready to kick to the curb.
Been on Bub Memes' ass, bro. Like he went out there and played today. Played ball.
A hell of a game. So like while the Tyson injury thing is like disappointing, it just overall like for the season, it doesn't dampen my hopes or nothing like that. Like you got people writing like dissertations and like whatever. We don't need to get into it like in depth, but I just wanted to kind of update the audience on all that. But let's take our first break right here. Let's get a break in. We'll come back and let's talk about the Saints offense and potentially talk about there's some controversy at the quarterback 2 position and backup quarterback for the Saints. But we'll get into that right after this break. Yo, what up, Wolf? What are you looking at? Man, I'm checking out this website. This site is cheeks, bro.
In the 21st century? How do you have a crappy website? Couldn't be me.
They need to hit up our guy Bijan with Precious Works. Precious Works offers to not only build you a website that's tailored to you and your customers' needs, but also to continue to manage and maintain it
so you can focus on your business. Don't have much time? Precious Works is just what you need. No out-of-the-box stuff like Squarespace or Wix. Precious Works will create a site for you. You won't have to worry about plug-in updates, security, or things like that because Precious Works will maintain all of that and be available to you 24/7. Bijan set up Saints Block Party Podcast website for us a few years ago and hit it out the park. He also keeps it up to date and helps us anytime we want to add something new like a form or prospect matching tool that we did for the NFL draft. It's like having your own personal developer just a text or a call away. Precious Works has worked with everyone from small businesses to large firms, so no job is too big or too small. If you're in the need of a website or you currently have one, but you want to upgrade it, give Bijan a holler at Precious Works. You can get with him at Bijan at Precious Works, BIJON at precious.works, or go to precious.works for his website. Make sure to tell him Saints Block Party sent you.
We are back. So before our break, I just kind of talked about the backup quarterback position for the Saints. And after today's preseason game against the Jags, I do think, the conversation of who's the backup quarterback for the Saints going into the season is a conversation that has to be had because Zach Wilson went out there and performed well. Like he performed well. Spencer Rattler, I think the first drive, he took a sack on third down, which was like a covered sack. The second drive, first drive, it was like he didn't do anything because it was a great return by Ty Chandler, and then Estime scores on the next play after that. But the first full offensive drive, Rattler had a sack. I think it was like a 3-and-out. Drive after that, he had a strip fumble where Estime misses a block, but he tries to do too much, and he probably should have just got rid of the ball, threw it away, and then he didn't. The third drive, he finally kind of gets settled in and was moving the ball, and the drive style is out, leads to a field goal. But there was also like a bad ball to Estime, and Estime gets a nasty tackle, and we don't know what the health of Estime is because before that injury, Estime looked like he was on his way to solidify the running back 3 position.
Yeah, man.
After A-Chan and after AK, it looked like it was going to be his, almost locked up with Neil hurt, with Kendre being Kendre. And then it's just the contrast when Zach Wilson came out there because he was throwing that bitch. It was on time. It was on the money. It was accurate, leads a scoring touchdown drive. But we talked about it earlier, Bub Means was making plays. Barry and Brown had that almost toe tap touchdown. And it is what it is, man. Rattler has this thing where when it's game time, it's just a thing where he's not making plays. And you continue to not make plays, but also turning the ball over.
Yes.
That will get you out.
Yeah, man. We see it over and over. It's almost like it's the opposite because, in training camp, he's been looking great. He's been having a great camp by all accounts. You know what I'm saying?
He's like the inverse of Shuck is what I tweeted.
The inverse of Shuck, bro, is so weird because you would think when you want to perform when the lights come on, but it's always just something is just a little off. Something is just a little off where he's not going out there and just slinging that thing. We know he can sling it. Bro, go out there and sling it. You got a super arm. You got a nice little athlete. Go ahead but it's just too many things pop up, that sack fumble. Bro, just get to the ground. You know what I'm saying? You're doing too much. That's what cost you the job last year, which, he was going to lose the job anyway, but that was the impetus of it or whatever. But yeah, Zach Wilson came in, another guy who honestly has not really wowed anybody in camp, started putting together a couple nice days over the last week or so. But he came in there, bro, looked good, bro. Arm is live. He's showing why he was drafted number 2 overall. All the
2
dripping
overall,
talent.
Wolf. 2.
Why he was dripping, and nobody scoffed at it when it happened. It was okay,
nope.
Yeah, sure. The dude is talented, man. And so from a coaching standpoint, if you could get Zach Wilson up to par and looking at least a quality backup, that's a hell of a development right there, bro. Zach Wilson, I'll take it. And Rattler, he's at a point in his career where he's kind of, people wonder are they going to shop him or are they going to trade him? You got to put good tape out there to be traded.
Who would call the Saints for him right now? Nobody.
Because I'm looking at I'm watching the Bears early and old Beignet, bro.
Oh, Beignet
out there balling.
Beignet one of the best backups in the league, bro.
And in the league, Beignet looking good. And that's where, I was hoping Rattler could get to, but, you can't do that. And look, this time, you got 2 more preseason games. Maybe you could turn it around, but that's just where it's at right now.
And I said it in our live stream, it wouldn't shock me that during that Rams game next week, that maybe Zach Wilson goes in there first instead of it wouldn't shock me one bit.
One bit, bro.
I would think, I don't know, they have multiple joint practices next week. They have the Cowboys on Tuesday, and then they have the Rams at some point next week. I do wonder if they will put the first team units out there for time against the Rams. Because I don't know. Listen, the Rams do not play any of their starters at all in any preseason. So it's going to be, even if they put the first out there, it's going to be the Saints first team offense going against the Rams second team defense, and same thing for defensive, right? But I'm interested to see how that plays out. It was also interesting during this preseason game in regards to who was calling plays, because it was Doug Nussmeier calling plays. It wasn't Kellen Moore, and
Terry Joseph called defense.
Interesting. It was also just seeing how Kellen. This was the most engaged I've seen Kellen as a head coach of the Saints in a football game. Like he was you saw like emotion from him. He was like, because like you said, like usually when he's calling plays, he's so like in the zone, just looking at the play sheet. But you saw him actually like walking around and blah, blah, blah. It was good to see. Now I know come regular season, like he's going to resume play calling duties, but it was just an interesting little wrinkle to see that they let the offense and defense be called by not the offense and defensive coordinator, or not the head coach and defensive coordinator.
Yeah, no, that was a good look, and that was interesting. Yeah, Terry Joseph, and also there's an update on Christian Miller and Estime. Estime has an ankle. Christian Miller has a shoulder injury. We'll find out more later. Good injuries, bro. And that Estime one really sucked because it was a very preventable. You know what I'm saying,
very preventable.
I didn't love the play call. Didn't love the pass. It just like you saw it happen in slow motion. You knew it was about to be bad as it was going to happen. And it's like, oh, come on. And not Estime, because he's been looking like solidified RB3, And he probably still like this, it might be a minor ankle or something, so we don't know. But you just hate to see it, bro. Hate to see it.
You do. Anything you wanted to hit on, just the whole like offense, defense being like called, or just
man, that throw to Bub Mean on the run.
Nigga. That's like a Zach Wilson BYU throw. Like that's the throw he did at the pro day. You knew it. Yeah, it was, bro. Pro day throw.
Okay, that's that pro day throw, boy. And that was beautiful.
Can we talk about Oscar? Can we talk about Oscar Delp real quick?
Oscar, I can't wait to go back and watch Oscar Delp in this game, because that was fascinating to watch him, because he battled through it. I'll give him this. He battled through it. He did. Because it was looking like, bro, come on, bro. What we doing here, Oscar, bro? Oscar Maya? It's like, what we doing here, bro?
Even the touchdown, like, yeah. I don't know what it is. Like, he has to improve his play strength as a pro. And I remember when I went back and like really was like watching his all 22, and I liked what I saw a lot, but like I did notice he dropped a lot of easy passes last, like when he'd be wide open just because of his athleticism, but like the ball, not saying all the time, but it was like to the point where it was like noticeable. Like he did drop some easy, and you saw some of that today in this game. But like you said, like he battled through it. He had some nice catches, but like that touchdown, if that's not in the end zone, you could argue that might be an incompletion. It could be a fumble. So like that has to improve. But he did battle through it. Even who else dropped? The tight end, I get it. Juwan was sitting, Noah Fant was sitting, but
Moscato.
He had dropped one. Just need a little better. Better.
Because the thing about tight ends, y'all the safety net. Like you're supposed to be the safety net. You're supposed to be like the guys that we throw to get like that guaranteed completion. So like you gotta catch the ball. It's the reason why we was frustrated with Juwan Johnson for years. Because he would go stretches where he'd have a lot of drops and stuff like that.
Oh, don't you worry. You said for years, like that shouldn't have got shored up. Soon come, nigga. Soon come. I did want to give a quick shout out to Jeremiah Wright, Big Selma. In the first half, he played a lot. like there was some plays where he made like in the run game where he got great push in the run game, and he kept doing like the belt to ass celebration after like the run. It was hilarious to see, and I'm not saying like it's enough to justify like putting him in instead of Ruiz week 1, but if he can be consistent and like okay in pass protection, just okay in pass protection, I do wonder if that conversation starts matriculating in their head with the coaches.
I can't wait to go back and watch him and really look, because, bro, if your first game, they're missing quite a bit of time too in training camp.
He did.
If your first game and you at least look like you belong on the field, that's a good start, man. Like that's a good start for like a rookie. So if he could just keep building on it, offensive line is very complicated. Obviously, he's gonna have to, learn a lot of the nuances that go along with it, especially going against like great interior pass rushers and stuff. It's gonna take some time, but man, if he could show that he really belongs, bro, he gonna put some pressure on Ruiz, man. He gonna put some pressure on him.
I need it.
I need it, bro. Now, Simpkins, he had a rough game. Simpkins,
boy,
rough game. He was looking like Ruiz on some snaps, bro.
He was, bro. He was.
Who is this guy? Which is unfortunate because he was looking kind of promising last year. I had to go back and watch how some of the tackles did. Obviously, it was the youngsters in there, so they didn't have Banks or Fuag out there, nothing like that.
No.
Hard to really get a good eval on that. But yeah, like offensively, Trey Palmer, Bub Means, those two guys stepping up was really, really impressive to me, man. Like,
it was
really impressive because one, the offense needed it, and just the style of catches they were making. Palmer was stretching out late in the game like this is the fourth quarter of a playoff game or something, bro. Like you playing, bro. I'm like, okay, that really impressed me, man. Because I just Trey Palmer was just somebody I was like, I just kind of written off mentally. Like,
has not existed in our brains whatsoever.
Not existed, man. So good on him. And Bub Means. Like I said, Bub Means been battling all camp, bro. He been doing everything he can. He just finding ways to make a couple of plays. And like you pointed out in the Zoom, like Tyson being out helps those guys.
Yeah.
Not that like they're replacing Tyson, but it's just more targets they can get now. You know what I'm saying? More opportunities for them to show like, hey, I could make some plays too now.
That was good. Still on pup.
Yeah, man. It's over. Over for tip. Just take the tip out.
Don't even put the tip in. We ain't even asked to put the tip in anymore. Just take it out, bro. Just take it out. All right, let's take our last break of the show, and we'll come back. We talk about special teams, which I know sounds boring, but there's a lot to talk about with the Saints special teams, punting, kicking this game. We're going to talk about it right after our last break. We'll be right back.
Who Dat Nation, football is officially back. Whether you're riding with the Saints to take the NFC South, locking in college Saturday action, or you just want to add some juice to your Sunday afternoons, MyBookie is the move. I love jumping into MyBookie during downtime or right before kickoff. It's super easy to use, whether you're analyzing lines all week or just locking in a quick game day hunch. You don't have to be seasoned sharp to get in on the fun. Just find the matchup you love and take your shot. Best part, if you sign it up today, you get their bet back bonus on your very first play. That means you could take a shot with total peace of mind, baby. If your first bet doesn't hit, you get it right back. No questions asked. Head over to mybookie.ag and use our promo code BLOCKPARTY and opt into the bet back bonus. Bet on anything, anytime, anywhere. That's promo code BLOCKPARTY at MyBookie.
We are back. So let's talk about special teams. So Ryan Wright, the new punter, for all accounts, had a pretty good game that had a 55-yarder, but then he follows up the 55-yarder with a 15-yard punt. But then after that, his punts after that were, 53. I feel confident and okay with the punter position that the Saints have going into the season. Now that kicker battle, I don't know. Tanner Brown hit both his kicks in today's game, and then they sent Charlie Smith out there for a 53-yarder. Nigga,
it wasn't even in a zip code, bro. Like,
that shit was by the Smoothie King Arena. They like even the same.
What is up? What is up, Charlie? What is up, bro? Is he that mentally cooked? Like, damn.
It seems like it. That kick was everything that we had heard in training camp. Like it literally like everything we heard in training camp these last couple of days or last maybe like 2 weeks. That was the epitome of what we've heard, and it was just not good. I keep saying I don't know or think the week 1 kicker for the Saints is on the roster. I do 100% believe that that's a position that they're going to be either going against in the waiver wire if there's a team out there that's having a kicker competition and whoever doesn't win that kicker competition gets cut.
Yeah.
Or I could see them, maybe they like a kicker so much that they make a trade for somebody if they feel like that, that the kicker's going to get cut and they feel like they are going to be a good fit for them. It's another season where kicker is just a question mark, and I'm just tired of it, Ryan.
Tired, bro. I just love when it's just like, why can't we just have somebody where it's just like, you're not even worried about it. I don't even want to have to worry about it. You get 95% of your kicks and you good. You know what I'm saying? It's just another season we're going to deal with it, bro. But I did like, as far as special teams, got a nice return early from Ty Chandler.
Definitely.
I don't know where he fits in on offense, so I don't know if he'll make the team. But like, if that's a guy you get on a practice squad and then bring up if
Call
needed,
up
you know what I'm saying, on game day to return some kicks. They got Barry Brown. I don't think he got any return snaps today, did it?
He did get some one punt return snap, and it went not good because he tried to go sideways and not forward.
Okay. So you got Barry Brown, you got Ty Chandler, Palmer. You got some returns that was, wasn't my favorite thing.
White Knight got some punt returns too.
They getting that boy opportunities, bro.
All I want to know is who in the Discord called him, said Ku Klux Klamps, bro.
Ku Klux Klamps, bro. You know we're using that shit.
I need to know who it was. I need to know who it was.
Ku Klux Klamps.
Hold on. I gotta look it up because call me Aries. Ku Klux Klamps, bro.
I need him to throw up like the clamps.
Okay.
I love it, man. I love it.
Anything? Go ahead.
I was thinking, I would also like to go like this week and see how Sonny Styles, his brother, Lorenzo Styles did, just in coverage, because it didn't sound like he just got targeted a lot. I saw him make a few plays. I just wanted to just go see how he looked.
He was like on special teams. He missed that tackle, but like his athleticism as a gunner is 100% noticeable. It stands out.
Boy, TJ Hall, he got abused a little bit. Who else? Christian Boyd got a lot of snaps. He was a little wore down towards the end, but I thought he made some good plays
at the beginning. Early. But they played him like the entire goddamn game.
He played about 80 snaps, bro. My boy was the most he didn't play since college, bro. So, that was good to see him get snaps. We talked about Hellman. Fadil Diggs got a sack. That was good to see. Who else?
Sermon. The Jack Sermon, I want to say. He made a couple of plays. His dad's on the coaching staff.
I had no idea who he was. No idea. Like, who the hell is Sermon? Eric Sermon? Okay.
He was making plays, bro. He was making plays.
Some guy named Cropper.
Bruh, we are tuned in with the Saints, but when 85 made a catch, I said, who the fuck is
And then
this?
He got the target to try to go for the win. 85.
One thing that's a little on my radar, and maybe I'm making
Speak on it.
They sat Barryon Brown down the second half. Like he was not out there. He had done he's done what he needed to do. And then on that final drive, they put him in for at least 2 plays. One was a 4th down play that they got a pass interference on. And then he was on the next 2 plays, I think. So maybe like he had 3 or 4 plays after that. And the ball didn't even go to him on the 4th down play with 1 second left. It's just on my radar of why he was back there. As someone who I understand it. Like, you want to win, you want to set the culture and the tone of winning. I get that. But it just felt a little too much for me in like a week 1 or first week preseason game, because you already are dealing with Jordan Tyson's absence for however long. Like, could you imagine if he gotten dinged up just being out there those last 3 plays or 4 plays, bro? Like, do you like it?
I don't like it, bro.
It would have been like, I don't think I've ever I've watched a lot of preseason in my life, bro. Unfortunately. I don't think I've ever seen that where like a player had missed like the entire second half and then he's getting in for like 4 snaps. It was just weird, Wolf. Like I didn't like it. It was weird.
I don't like it either, bro. It reminded me of like old folks used to say, if you go out somewhere, like say you go out at night and then you come home, once you come home, stay home. Like don't go back out.
Right.
You made it home, like great. Don't go back out. Like, cause if you go back out, something bad gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like if you make it home safe, good, call that a wrap, then go to the next day. That's what it kind of made me feel like, bro. Like he made it through the game, he healthy. Don't put him back out there. Like don't.
He already made a play. Almost had like damn near had a touchdown if he was able to keep his balance in. Like what?
Good.
Like, what? I just it was.
What we need to see.
I didn't like it. Like thankfully, luckily he didn't get hurt. But the news that would you got to be smarter about that. Like that's just like I don't know if just Kellen got just so into like the game and just wanted to win and just be smart about it, bro. Like that was not a smart thing to me. It just wasn't smart. You just gotta be smarter. It's just on my radar. Anything else from preseason week 1?
No, man. I think that's it. Bro. You know, I thought it was a good game, man.
I did too.
I still think, you know, offensively I know it wasn't the one, so you can only take so much, but there's still, I don't know, something that's just kind of gnawing at me with the offense. I can't just put my finger on it, but just a little messy, you know. And yes, again, it's the 2s and the 3s, but just something messy about it.
Discombobulated is a good word for the
discombobulated. I just want to see the offense, and especially with the ones, when we finally see the ones, I just want to see them look clean for a drive or two. You know what I'm saying? Just look clean together, no penalties, no blown missed blocks. You know, you had the estimated missed block that caused the whole Rattler fumble thing. I just want to see like a clean operation for a series or 2, especially with the ones. It was the 2s, so you get a little. But I watched plenty of preseason games this weekend, bro. Some of them number 2 teams was out there looking good. So I'm like, I mean, show me a little something, man, because you got some talent out there. Even with the 2s, you got some talent out there. So I need a little more from the offense.
Yeah. I agree with you 100%. I do get because I do get a feeling like we might see the starters against the Rams because I don't think you'll see any starters against the Cowboys from either.
They did put starters out in the 3rd preseason game last year, though, right? Wasn't that the Broncos game?
It was, but it was also like a quarterback battle too going on.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like We'll see. I don't know how Kellen's going to want to do it. We'll see. It's going to be interesting to see. I do know, this is just letting y'all know for the Rams preseason game next week, our recap's going to come much later because I'm going to be at that game, get to see it all like up close. So we'll record later that evening. But I hope the starters play. Not just because I'm there, just in general. I just want to see how, especially like how the offense looks in person, even if they're going against us. That's like, if they're going against the Rams second team defense, like y'all need to go out there and have a clean drive, like a touchdown. Like it
ain't even got to be like flashy, just like a nice methodical drive.
Yeah,
just clean. That's all. Clean operation.
But that's it. It was just. Like now, like it's on, bro. Like football is like almost like officially back. It's like it is nonstop until January, but that's how we like it. We appreciate it. We love y'all. People who came up on and came into our Zoom live stream. People who watched like the watch party. We had like 1,000 views on the watch party, which is crazy. It was crazy. We had 1,000 views on the watch party. So we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We are full force ahead. We'll be back. I think we're going to try to record on Tuesday night because I'm going to be at that Saints-Cowboys joint practice in Oxnard. So then on Tuesday night, we can have a pod, kind of my observations, what I saw, blah, 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 and also talk about that Rams preseason game. But we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We'll be back on Tuesday. And that